Alright, so I'm streaming a bit early today because I've decided to give crossplay another go. I'm just going to pull up my stream here to make sure I have sound. Alright, we got sound. So basically, I think that the issues that I've been having, specifically with the wheel not turning, I've had my TGT2 plugged into my front port on my PlayStation 5, the USB front port, and that port is only a 2.0. And I did not know this. So the TGT2 requires to be plugged into a 3.0 high-speed USB port, which two of them are on the back of your PlayStation 5. One I have my camera plugged into, and the other I basically had my audio cable plugged into to connect my headphones. So I'm actually surprised that basically since I've bought it, it's been plugged into the front and I haven't had any issues. So I think basically what has happened is just the two races that I did, the 200% races in the same day, I think it just got so overheated that maybe one of the little metal prongs or something would have maybe got damaged on the inside. So basically I've switched it to the rear now and I'm not even taking it out. I just leave it in. That way I don't have to take it out and put it in. That's dirty. So it doesn't get wear and tear basically. So I think that is going to fix that issue because I haven't had a single issue since I've done that. Everything's felt great. Um, I'm just going to accept this friend request here. Um, so ever since I've done that, like I said, everything's felt great. And I've got a new Cat 8 Ethernet cable that I've connected to my modem directly to my PlayStation 5, which I had before, but I had a Cat 6. It was kind of like, it was a nothing special one. It was like super fucking long. It was probably like, it was a really long cable. I had it all wrapped up and everything behind. So I got a 20-foot one. I don't need that. I probably could have got away with a 10 because my modem's kind of over there in the corner. But yeah, so I've done that. And basically today what I'm going to do is once the session begins, I'm going to basically turn off my camera and I'm going to yank that out of here. I'm going to go basically radio silent. You'll still hear my gameplay and everything, but I think that will also help, hopefully, with the screen freezes that I was having, because that was a big issue last week. So we're going to try to hopefully fix those this week and see what happens. I think this is going to be a pretty sweaty lobby. My boy Tails is in here. Talus, Tails, whatever. This guy I think is super quick. This guy's quick. There should be another TF10 guy coming in. So there's a lot of quick PC guys. Yeah, so I know there's a few people I recognize from last week. But yeah, I'm just gonna give it a go and hopefully the issues don't arise today. So basically once we go into quali, I'm gonna turn the camera off and then yank that out of here. So there shouldn't be trying to minimize the interference as much as possible because I've done a lot of research on why these things happen. And the distance I think is a big issue as well because like the host is in Germany. Who is the host? There's the host. Yeah, so this guy is in Germany. So like the distance is pretty insane for myself and Tails. Um, so I think that might play an issue as well, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes today. I think I covered everything I've done. I've got my phone right here. I've switched my Wi-Fi off, so I'm on my data, so I'm not hopefully using anything, taking away from the power that I'm going to need to hopefully not get any screen freezes. But a lot of the practice lobbies I've been doing lately, without streaming my camera, basically the exact same way that I'm going to do it today. I haven't been getting any screen freezes. So as for the wheel turning, like I said, I think it was a USB issue. The front USB, I think, just can't fucking handle this wheel anymore. So, But I mean, theoretically, it never should have been able to, which I wish they would have just like put that in the fucking box or had like a big fucking thing on it that says plug it into the rear port. So yeah, I had no idea. I just thought all the ports were the same. But yeah, if you didn't know, the two USB ports on the rear are like 10 gigabyte per second fucking high speed, super speed 3.0 USB ports. So if you are plugging your wheel, whether it's a T300 or whatever you have, I suggest plugging it into the back just because it's going to be better, most likely. So yeah, I know I said I'm never fucking turning crossplay on again, but I think I might have figured out the issues, so we're going to try it today and see. But I like Hungary, so man, I'm not doing Sunday's Gasser race, the second and final preseason race. I'm not doing that, so that's the no DRS one. So I've already explained how I feel about that type of race. So we're going to do this one instead. And again, it's just kind of a test to see if the issues that I experienced last week, if I was able to fix those by doing the things that I've done. So hopefully it'll go good today. Hopefully it'll go all right. Basically, just don't really know what it's going to be like in the lobby. I feel like it's going to be pretty sweaty. But we'll see. So yeah, anybody just watching, anybody just joining, or if you happen to watch this later after this race is done and it's posted on YouTube, I'm going to be turning my camera off once the session begins to try to mitigate any issues that I had last week, being mostly the screen freezes, because this is plugged basically into the back as well, and this takes away some juice. And it might have an interference. That's kind of what happens as well. You have more things interfering with each other, the signals and whatnot. So that's the plan today. We're going to try to figure out if we can fix it, and if it's if it takes not streaming my camera on a crossplay lobby, then so be it. But that's why I'm starting the stream early, so I can fucking blab, get all the information out, and then once the session begins, I'll shut it off, and I'll be taking my audio out as well. So I'll basically be going radio silent for the race, and then at the end, assuming it's not a complete shit show, I'll put my camera back on and just basically talk about it and stuff like that. So we should be getting go. We should be getting going soon. That's what I was trying to say. And yeah, as I said, the camera will be going off because I'm trying to fix all the issues that I had last week. Mostly just the screen freezes. I'm pretty sure I've got the wheel. The reason it wasn't turning, that even happened in Gasser. It wasn't even a crossplay lobby, and it was still happening. So my gut tells me 100% it was the front port because it's not even supposed to be plugged into that port. So, so yeah, that is the plan for today. Hopefully, we'll have a good race and a good quality. What's up, Oliver? Yeah, I'm gonna do another. I'm gonna do the other crossplay race, the one that I did last weekend or last Friday, the same league. And basically, I'm going to, as I've been saying before, you probably joined. I basically went over everything that I've done, that I've changed to try to mitigate the screen freezes and everything, and the reason the wheel wasn't turning properly. So if you watch back the beginning, you'll be able to hear all that. I don't really want to repeat it all and bore the shit out of anybody that does watch this. But yeah, that's what we're doing today. We're basically just testing this to make sure and see if the issues that I had last week are gone. So I will be turning my camera off once we get into the session, and I'll be yanking out the audio. So I'm going to just fully focus on the race, and the reason for that, obviously, the camera takes some juice away from things, so we don't want to have any interference with the crossplay lobby. So we'll see. Hopefully that will help. Can't hurt. So if I'm streaming and I've got the camera, it's all taking juice away from the lobby from myself. So I mean, if I didn't stream, I probably wouldn't have any problems at all. But I want to stream the race at least, so I'll do that and just turn the camera off and just have no audio. But as I said, once the race is over, assuming it goes well, assuming I finish, I mean, even if I don't, I'll probably turn my camera back on and just talk about whatever took place. Or if it's a good race, I'll go over the race and basically do whatever I do on a normal race. So yeah, it's going to be a dry race. All these academy races are dry. And this is basically you have to complete a certain amount of these races to be able to race in this league in a certain division. So I don't know if I'm going to actually do that, but it's always good to keep your options open. Yeah, the screen freezes are a big issue. So hopefully, as I said, hopefully I've got that figured out, and we don't really have any tonight. That would be ideal. Well, today for me, it's 1 o'clock where I am. So yeah, once I join the session, the camera's going to go off, the audio's going off, so I won't be able to respond to any comments. But feel free to still comment. I can check them after. All right, the host is ready, so I'm going to ready up. All right, guys, anybody watching this? I'm going to turn my camera off now, so appreciate you watching. I'm going to turn my audio off as well, so I'm just going to fully focus on the race, and hopefully that will help with the screen freezes and everything. So I'll see you after the race. I'll come back on. Alright, so we've had a lobby restart. I don't really know why. They said to go to the Discord meeting, but I can't understand anything, so I don't go. Hopefully I get the same fucking car. I wanted the Ferrari today.
So we've had a lobby restart.
Basically just refreshing this as much as I can to try to wait for the invite so I can get in and get the car. It's kind of a pain in the ass. So I figure I'll turn my camera back on while I'm waiting. There it is. Okay, we're good. Gonna invite. Send him 2 invites. He's in. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why the restart was. I mean, I could translate everything, but I just can't be bothered. Somebody was they probably wanted somebody to join the lobby, but they didn't want to join during quali, so they just said, fuck it, let's restart it. So for me, I don't really care. It's pretty early. Yeah. Should be alright, Oliver. All the issues that I've had last week, I think I'm gonna be okay. But again, you never know. I just don't want to restart my stuff because then that'll take too long. My wheel right now is set on 280, so if I reset the console, it'll go back to fucking 360 or whatever when I go to start the first lap, and I'll have to pause it and change it all. So, but yep, okay. I'm gonna do the same thing. Once we get into the lobby, camera's gonna go off, microphone's gonna go off. All right. I think if I can do a 0.4 today, I think that will be a success. Because that's pretty much what I've been doing the last few sessions. I didn't do a lot of practice for this because it's a track where I don't really need to. I did a few sessions earlier in the day, but I only did a few race laps today and yesterday, so I didn't do much of that. But like, it's a pretty straightforward track. I've driven it so much, so my PB is a 3. I think it was a low 3, like a 307 or a 317 or something like that. But I haven't been able to. I've got within a tenth of it, but I haven't been able to beat it. So some of these PC guys are going to go pretty fast today, I think.
All right, so we've had 7 or 317 or.
So we got 19 people. I don't know how many people we had. the last lobby, but that's why I'm assuming there's a restart. I know that they penalize people if you leave the lobby. They don't want you to leave the lobby if you crash out or anything because it can cause issues basically in a crossplay lobby. So I think they didn't want anybody joining. I think somebody was supposed to be in there. That's my guess. And then they didn't want them to join during quali, so they just restarted the lobby with the new person in. So it looks like we have a full grid now. And we got 20 and 2 commentators. So we'll see what we can do again. I probably should have done a lap before I exited the lobby, but I wanted to get out and get in the new one as soon as I could. So this guy's got the other Ferrari, so I'm assuming he's going to be quick because he's a TFTN. TFTN. He's a TF10 guy on PC, so that could pose a bit of an issue. But all right, I'm going to shut my camera off, go radio silent for this race, so I'll be back when the race is over, whenever that is.
Okay, so the current fastest lap, 1:13.0.
Yeah, I got a massive screen freeze on my second lap, which would probably have been my best lap. I don't know if the guy retired or the guy joined or the guy left, but the moment that happened, I got the biggest fucking screen freeze. It's on my second lap, the last lap. There's just too much fucking smoke. So I invalidated through the chicane, but we're P4. It's a pretty shit lap though. P3 was easily achievable here. Anything more than that though, it wasn't, so. Yeah, like the fucking screen freezes when people leave or join or whatever it was. I don't even know what it was, but that just totally fucked my lap. So that's what you deal with in crossplay. I don't think there's anything you can do. I think it's just the nature of the beast. We'll see in the race what happens, but like literally the moment the guy joined or left or retired, one of the three, I don't even know what it was. I just noticed that the thing came up and I got like the biggest fucking screen freeze right before the chicane. So that's unfortunate because I was up, I think, almost 2 tenths on that lap. Anyway, I'm going to shut my camera back off, go for a piss.
Starting this lap then, come into the pits at the end of this lap.
nice one. Very lovely drive. On to the next one.
I am sweating so much. I don't know what happened near the end. Those two cars crashed. I almost fucking crashed right into them too. I don't think Tails had a very good race. Yeah, I'm sweating up a fucking storm here.
I'm sweating up.
Thanks, Robbie. Yeah, that is a very, very slippery track, especially going through the chicane. You have to brake like super early. I don't know if that was setup related, but it was probably just because the tires are so worn. I'll take a P3 though. I don't know, the guys up front are battling, so I was catching them, but those guys are rapid, so I used the setup I gave you. 50-50 wings, 49-50 for the race. I did 90, 20, 100. 90 on diff, 20 off, 100. And the rest, I believe, is the exact same. Quality was shit, but I got a massive screen freeze on my second lap. And then my third lap, I unfortunately invalidated in the chicane. I did a 13.7 banker anyway, but a 0.4, 0.5 was definitely very easy for me to do, but that screen freeze really fucked me up. We had pretty good pace though. Yeah, we were consistent, so basically it was just Tails. I saw he was struggling so much, so the goal was to get around him again. I knew he was going to undercut me, but I wanted to get around him because I knew he was struggling. So if I could pull a gap to him like I did, but he retired, so but I did pull a gap, but he fucked up. It wasn't because of my pace is faster than him. He just didn't have a good setup. But I was able to get out of DRS from the car ahead. And basically, once I was able to do that, I knew he wasn't going to catch me. How many of these left? It's a good question. Let me check for you. Let's see. I'm just checking I know it's in here somewhere. Here it is here. So there are 2 left. Fucking sweating, man. Like I had minor screen freeze, 1 or 2 during the entire race, but nothing that affected me, but I think there's just no way around it. But yeah, we have Australia on the 17th, and then on the 24th, it's Austria. So I don't know if the 17th and 24th are Fridays. Let's see. Yeah, so they're both Fridays. So there's a good chance that I'm going to do both of them. I am off work for a little bit. At least I have Fridays off anyway. Where are we here? I gotta go back to the YouTube chat. Yeah, 2 left, Robbie. If you want to race them, I can get you in, man. Like, it's pretty chill. There was a bit of banging wheels with a few people, but There was no major incidents. So, and there's skill, like the skill levels basically go across 5 divisions. So as you can see, the people that were around me for the beginning of the race were very similar paced, I guess, to myself. Um, I just knew once I broke DRS that they weren't going to get me because I know my pace is good around here. This has always been one of my better tracks, and this is good too because the Hungary race that I did for GASR, I basically crashed out. I think on like fucking lap 10 or something stupid, and it was my own fault. I just lost traction because I went deep in sector 1 or turn 1. So it was actually nice to be able to do a full race here um, and see what it's like. That was my first full race in Hungary. You switch houses on Friday evening. Yeah. So it's not looking like it's going to work for you then, Robbie. They do have them on Sundays, but I know you're busy Sunday. I don't know if they have anything this Sunday. If they do, I might do it because I'm not going to be doing the Gasser race because it's the no DRS bullshit, as I like to call it. Um, I'm just messaging the league admin, just telling them how it went today. Basically just said it felt good today. The race wasn't bad. Got maybe 1 or 2 screen freezes for the whole race, but it didn't affect anything, luckily. And then I just said I just really don't think there's any way around it. So if it was a cross-play lobby that was in North America, for example, like in the US or Canada or even Mexico or Brazil for that matter, I don't know. Maybe it wouldn't be as bad, but Germany's pretty far. Um, so yeah, I just don't think there's any way around it. But at least I know the issue with the wheel is now fixed from plugging it into the rear USB port where it's fucking supposed to be, but nobody fucking tells you. So thanks, Thrustmaster. You crashed with your moped today, Robbie? Some idiot pulled out in reverse, so I had to brake and I fell at like 30 miles per hour. I guess you're okay. What issue? I had an issue with my wheel. Um, the last few races, specifically Qatar in this league, and when I did the Spain race with Gasser the preseason. And basically, what the issue was, I had my USB plugged into the front PlayStation 5 port, and that port, which they don't fucking tell you, is not a high speed. It's only a 2.0 port. So the TGT2, for example, has to be plugged in. So like this is what blows my mind is it's worked great this entire fucking game. But I guess theoretically it shouldn't have. But it's supposed to be plugged into the rear port, which both of those rear ports are super high speed, like 10 gigabyte per second, fucking 3.0 USB ports. Well, as long as you're okay, that's what matters, man. You can replace a moped. Obviously, it's a pain in the ass, but the main thing is you're good. But yeah, so the TGT2 is supposed to be plugged in. Excuse me, I'm good. It's supposed to be plugged into the rear, which they didn't fucking tell you. Nobody tells you. And basically, like all the research that I did showed that if you have it plugged into the front, it could cause issues with screen freezes, with just because it can't handle the power. So especially when it gets overheated. So I think if you go back to my Australia race, the 100% race that I did not long ago, when my throttle got stuck basically at 50%, I think something, I think something got fucked up in the front port during that race because nothing like that ever happened before that. So but yeah, now I leave it plugged into the back, so I don't even take it out. So there's not going to be wear and tear or anything like that. So that took care of that issue. Yeah, you should plug it into the rear, dude, because the rear is a high speed 3.0. Even if it doesn't mandate it, it's going to be better. Yeah, I would 100% do the back. Right now in the front, I have my headphone. I have a USB cable that connects to the phone, or not the phone, the fucking headphone jack. That plugs into that, and that plugs into the USB. So that's what I have in the front, and that's all I'm ever putting in the front now. But yeah, if talking about the race, going back to the race, that felt really good. I enjoyed that. It was like the fucking grip though. The grip is just like, oh, your Mosa's not even in stock. That sucks. Hopefully it works though. It should work. There just may be a few issues that you have to research if they do come up. Uh, but yeah, I'm gonna talk about that race for a little bit. Yeah, the race I enjoyed that. Um, Started off a little sketchy in turn one. I lost position. Tails lost position too, but we were able to get ahead of that car. And then, like I said, like Tails was fucking struggling so bad. He had a really bad setup. So I asked him if he wanted mine, but he didn't take it. So that's on you, man. But yeah, my goal basically after I seen him struggling so much was try to get away from him, break DRS, and like I knew the two cars ahead were fucking gone. Those guys are both rapid, obviously on PC. The guy did a fucking 13-0 banker and then just retired, which is what caused the screen freeze for me in quali during my lap. So I've let the league admin know to tell people not to retire, even if you're done in quali. Like just wait it out because that'll cause screen freezes for people. But yeah, and the other guy did like a fucking 13-2 or something banker, and I think that was it for him. But yeah, we wouldn't have been able to get close to that. Like 13-4 would have been the best today, I think. So like a 13-5 was super easy. That was on the table, but the second lap I fucked. Well, I didn't fuck it. The screen freeze fucked me. The third lap I was the one that fucked that going through the chicane because it's just like I struggle with the chicane. It's very difficult to. I don't know. It's hard to do it perfectly every time. But yeah, yeah, Hungary is it's bad for the grass too. If you touch the grass, you eat shit. So I did good for warnings though. I didn't have any warning till near the end of the race when I avoided those two cars and basically tried to make up some time by taking that fast left-hander at the start of sector 2 with a bit more juice. And I think that was my only warning. So I could have went the whole race without a warning. So I was driving good today. It felt good. The setup is good. It's just like it's super slippery. It's a super slippery track. So you hit the grass lap one last week. Yeah, the grass. It's like that at Zandvoort too. The moment you fucking touch it, it's game over. But yeah, that was a good race. I enjoyed that. So I look forward to any other races that I do have at Hungary. It's just the crossplay is just I don't know, man. The crossplay is definitely an issue. Talking about that now. The race wasn't so bad, um, but quali like having a screen freeze because the guy retires because he's gone so fast that he knows nobody's going to beat him at the start of quali. Basically, like that. Literally, the moment the guy retired, I got a massive screen freeze just before the chicane, and it just totally fucked my lap. So things like that don't happen in a crossplay disabled lobby, for example, in Gasser. So I don't know. I think that I will do more of these races if I have the time and if I'm available, because I will be going back to work at some point. At least Fridays I have off, so I'm gonna try to do the two last ones. But I don't think racing in a crossplay league, especially one in Germany, would. I don't think it would work out. I think there'd just be too many issues, and there'd be too many things that would cause me to struggle in quali and in the race, screen freezes, etc. So nope, no other races this weekend. Robbie Gasser has their second preseason race, their final preseason race, but it's the one where they're floating an idea of not using DRS on certain tracks, kind of like the two stop and the ideas like that. So I personally think it's a ridiculous idea. It's at Monza. I just don't. I'm okay with like ideas like the mandatory two stop, but once you actually take away like DRS or take away an ERS mode, overtake, like things that are fundamentally a part of F1, of Formula One racing today, back in the day, sure, they never had DRS, but they evolved. Like, you need DRS. So, like, today's race would have been so shit with no DRS. I wouldn't have enjoyed it at all. I might have got closer to the front too, but like, it's just, you need DRS. Like, the overtakes, you work together with somebody, if I had somebody with me and there was only one guy out front, that would help us catch them. But yeah, so I'm not going to be doing that. No, like, yeah, and that's the thing too. Like, we've all said it, myself, JD has said it, like, it's, the idea is, it's, in theory, it's great, I guess, but, if people don't stream, you hit that DRS button for even 100 meters or 50 meters, you're going to gain time to the car's ahead, and there's no way to fucking know. People cheat, people forget, like, they expect you to unbind the DRS button on your wheel. Like, I'm not unbinding shit. So, I'm just, like I said, if there's races like that throughout the season, unfortunately, I'm not going to do them, and it's going to hurt. It's going to hurt me in the standings, but yeah, I'm pretty firm and strong about that. If there's any races like that, I've already let them know I'm not going to be taking part. So, and I know there's other people that don't want them either. They're more geared towards like a sprint weekend or reverse grid races, something like that, where you're not fucking with the buttons, you're not fucking with the basically the foundation of the F1 controls, you know. So yeah, just can check the server here. Yeah, no, nothing going on in there. So yeah. Anyway, I think the season is probably going to start. I think it starts at the end of the month. Yeah, I'm gonna head out of here too, Robbie. So I appreciate you stopping by. Anybody else watching, I appreciate you guys for watching. Hit that like button, subscribe if you're not. So there's going to be a lot more racing, and hopefully you see I'm not completely shit. So there's hope after all. But yeah, that was a good race. I enjoyed it. So I'm glad I did it. And the wheel issues fixed, but the screen freezes unfortunately are. I don't think there's any way around them for me because I'm in Canada and the host is in fucking Germany, and the majority of the people are in Germany. So it's a big nay for the screen freezes. Anywho, I'm gonna get the fuck out of here. Let my cat out of the room because she's probably listening to me talk, going, "What the fuck, man? I can hear you. Let me out." Hop a shower, figure out something for dinner later on, and just fucking chill the fuck out. So everybody, enjoy your weekend. I don't think I'm gonna be streaming a race on Sunday unless these guys have something. So I may watch. The race. I don't know if I'll stream it. I don't think I can stream it. I'd have to be in the lobby. I could always ask, but I just don't really give a shit. So I don't really care about anything to do with that race, to be honest. The no DRS race. So yeah, if I'm not streaming Sunday, then I will be back next Friday for, I believe it is Australia. Where are we here? Yeah, Australia, which I've actually just recently done a lot of practice on. So, and I had 100% race there, so I'm ready to go on that one. So that'll be a good one. So yeah, I'll be back guaranteed next Friday, assuming I'm available. So yeah, appreciate you guys watching. Hit that like button, subscribe if you're not, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace out.